last 3 months last year, I mostly spent at Gigafactory trying to help fix the battery production.
For almost 10 years, every Tesla has relied on lithium-ion battery technology. But this chemistry still suffers from two major flaws: combustion danger when compromised or submerged, plus excessive mass that undermines efficiency in smaller, budget-friendly vehicles. Enter the Model 2, Elon Musk's much-anticipated EV priced under $25,000. To deliver on this promise, Tesla requires a battery solution that's more economical, significantly lighter, and virtually incombustible. Aluminum-ion technology emerges as the breakthrough candidate that could finally satisfy all three requirements.
I think it'd be a cool thing to do in the future.
Here's what makes aluminum-ion revolutionary. How much weight reduction can aluminum chemistry deliver versus lithium? Could this next-generation aluminum-based battery finally unlock truly affordable and inherently safe compact Teslas? And what's the realistic timeline for seeing aluminum-ion cells in actual production vehicles? We'll examine every angle in today's episode. Before we dive in, let's reach 11,975 subscribers together, building a community of genuine EV enthusiasts, one fact-based update at a time. What exactly is aluminum-ion, and why could it replace lithium-ion? At its core, aluminum-ion is built on a radically different foundation from the lithium cells we've relied on for over a decade. Instead of a graphite anode and flammable electrolyte, this chemistry uses a pure aluminum metal anode paired with a porous graphene cathode, a structure that allows ions to move with extraordinary speed. Its electrolyte is water-based or ionic liquid, meaning it's non-flammable and non-toxic, instantly eliminating one of the biggest fire risks in today's EV batteries. When charging, aluminum ions travel about 3 times faster than lithium ions, enabling charging speeds never seen before in consumer vehicles. In early tests by Graphene Manufacturing Group and the University of Queensland, aluminum-ion cells have fully charged in under 1 minute at lab scale, compared to the 30 to 60 minutes typical for lithium-ion. These cells can handle far higher current without overheating, removing the need for complex active cooling systems. They also last dramatically longer. Because aluminum doesn't form dendrites, the metallic spikes that short out lithium batteries, prototypes have survived over 10,000 charge cycles while retaining 90% of their capacity. Power density is another leap forward, roughly 3 to 4 times higher than lithium-ion, giving the kind of instant torque and regenerative braking performance that fits Tesla's DNA. Environmental and cost advantages make the case even stronger. Aluminum is abundant, about 8% of the Earth's crust, while lithium is less than 0.002%. That translates to material costs below $40 per kilowatt hour, roughly half of today's lithium-ion pack cost. Aluminum cells also contain no cobalt, nickel, or manganese, making them 100% recyclable and up to 70% less energy-intensive to reprocess. If your EV could charge in the time it takes to grab a cup of coffee and never risk catching fire, would you trust it? Drop "Yes, aluminum" if that's the kind of upgrade you've been waiting for. Safer. How aluminum-ion handles fire and water better than lithium-ion. The greatest weakness of lithium-ion batteries has never been performance, it's safety. The chemistry that powers today's EVs is inherently unstable under stress. Each lithium-ion cell contains organic carbonate electrolytes that start to vaporize at around 100 degrees Celsius, become volatile at 130 degrees Celsius, and can enter thermal runaway once internal temperature exceeds 150 degrees Celsius. When that happens, the heat cascade inside a module can reach 700 to 900 degrees Celsius in under 10 seconds, enough to melt aluminum casing and ignite surrounding materials. Even a tiny puncture or coolant leak can trigger a fire, and once it starts, suppression is difficult. Tests by the U.S. National Fire Protection Association, NFPA, show that extinguishing a large lithium battery pack can take over 11,000 liters of water. Aluminum-ion technology eliminates that chain reaction at its root. Instead of flammable organic solvents, these cells use aqueous or ionic liquid electrolytes that remain thermally stable up to 250 to 300 degrees Celsius, roughly twice the limit of lithium-ion. The aluminum anode doesn't react exothermically when exposed to air or moisture, meaning there's no oxygen release to feed combustion. In short-circuit tests conducted by GMG in the University of Queensland, aluminum-ion prototypes maintained structural integrity at 260 degrees Celsius for over 30 minutes without swelling or venting gas. When deliberately punctured with a steel nail, cell temperature rose by just 8 degrees Celsius before stabilizing, compared to 200 to 250 degrees Celsius spikes in standard lithium-ion under identical conditions. The numbers are just as striking in overcharge testing. When driven to 200% of rated capacity, lithium-ion packs typically vent gas within 90 seconds. Aluminum-ion cells, by contrast, show no combustion, no outgassing, and maintain normal voltage behavior. According to 2024 safety data from Ningbo University, aluminum-ion cells produced less than 0.1% gas expansion volume after extreme electrical abuse, effectively zero explosion risk. Water exposure tells an even clearer story. Lithium-ion cells react violently to water, generating hydrogen gas and hydrofluoric acid that can corrode wiring and ignite upon exposure to air. Aluminum-ion cells use a hydrophilic electrolyte. When submerged in salt water for 48 hours, they showed no corrosion or swelling. Once dried, 92 to 97% of original capacity was restored. This level of tolerance means a flooded Model 2 could have its battery safely restarted, something unthinkable for today's EVs. Even under crash simulation, the difference is measurable. In impact tests at 50 kilometers per hour, traditional lithium-ion modules reached internal hotspot temperatures of 310 degrees Celsius and cell vent pressure over 2.5 bar, while aluminum-ion modules stayed below 95 degrees Celsius and showed zero ignition points. Because each cell limits thermal propagation to within 2 to 3 millimeters, fire cannot spread across the pack. With aluminum-ion, Tesla could cut passive protection weight by 30 to 40 kilograms, while achieving safety ratings that exceed UN 38.3, UL 2580, and even SAEJ 2464 standards. Lighter. How does Tesla's floor-mounted aluminum-ion pack cut weight and boost efficiency? The 2026 Model 2 is expected to use the structural battery pack layout first introduced on the Model Y, where the battery isn't a separate component but a part of the car's load-bearing chassis. This means the pack replaces the traditional underbody frame and floor, turning the battery itself into a stressed member that connects the front and rear gigacast sections. Here's where aluminum-ion cells bring a measurable engineering advantage. Traditional lithium-ion packs require heavy, multi-layered steel or aluminum casings to prevent thermal runaway and to hold liquid cooling pipes between cells. Each Model 3 pack, for example, weighs around 480 to 500 kilograms, of which approximately 120 kilograms is purely thermal management, casing, and protective shielding. By contrast, aluminum-ion cells use a water-based electrolyte that doesn't overheat or combust, allowing Tesla to drop those structural reinforcements entirely. Eliminating the thick outer shell and cooling plates alone reduces pack weight by 15 to 20%, or roughly 75 to 100 kilograms on a compact EV like the Model 2. Then comes the second advantage: no active cooling loop. Lithium packs rely on glycol-based coolant and complex manifolds that add 25 to 35 kilograms and require constant monitoring by the vehicle's battery management system. Aluminum-ion cells operate efficiently at a wide temperature range, from -10 degrees Celsius to 90 degrees Celsius without degradation, and stay below 80 degrees Celsius even under fast charging. That stability means Tesla can remove the entire cooling loop fans, and radiators, saving another 5 to 10% in system mass. In total, these two factors, structural integration and simplified thermal control, can bring total weight reduction of 80 to 110 kilograms at the chassis level. To put that in perspective, every 100 kilograms saved translates into roughly a 5 to 7% improvement in range efficiency, depending on vehicle size. That means even a smaller aluminum-ion pack rated at 45 to 50 kilowatt-hours could deliver 400 to 480 kilometers, 250 to 300 miles, of real-world range, effectively matching today's lithium-based Model 3, which uses a 57 to 60 kilowatt-hour pack. The lightweight advantage doesn't just improve range. Less mass means lower rolling resistance and faster response. A 100 kilogram reduction typically cuts 0 to 100 kilometers per hour acceleration times by around 0.1 to 0.15 seconds and reduces braking distance by 3 to 5%. Structurally, Tesla's engineers could also take advantage of aluminum's specific strength, approximately 150 to 200 megapascals per density unit, to integrate cell casings into the gigacast frame. That design improves torsional rigidity by 12 to 15% over the current Model 3 floor pan, enhancing handling precision while reducing vibration and noise. It's a rare synergy of chemistry and design. A lighter battery that doubles as part of the chassis, uses safer and cheaper materials, and requires fewer manufacturing steps. The simplified pack also lowers cost by removing up to 370 individual parts compared to Tesla's 2019-era pack design, while increasing assembly speed by 35% in Gigafactory, Texas. In the end, aluminum-ion isn't just a safer chemistry, it's a structural revolution. By replacing lithium's heavy armor and cooling complexity with a naturally stable, lightweight metal, Tesla is redefining how small EVs are built from the floor up. But what do you think? Will aluminum-ion really make lithium obsolete by 2026? Do you believe Tesla can maintain 400 kilometers of range with a smaller, lighter pack? And is the structural battery the future of all EVs, not just Teslas? If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you won't miss the next insider update as we track Tesla's race toward the aluminum-powered era.